Hello everyone. So in this project we are going to be making a ghost catching game. So when you click start, you click on as many ghosts as you can before a timer runs out, and each ghost that you click you'll score a point, and you score as high as you can. Alright, so what we're going to learn in this project is to understand the need to pauses between actions within loops, use code to generate random numbers in Scratch, and add a variable to store a game score in Scratch. Alright, so we're going to create a new project on the top left right here. Alright, first thing is we're going to delete this cat sprite, and we're going to choose our own sprite on the bottom right here. Choose a sprite, and we're going to choose something that fits the theme. So I'm going to click on the bat. And we're also gonna choose a backdrop. You can choose from the library, or you can go to Google and search haunted house or somewhere along that line. And I'm gonna choose this one. I'm gonna right click, save image as, and I'm gonna name it Haunted House 2. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the Scratch website, and then the bottom right again, I'm gonna go over here, click upload backdrop. Then I'm gonna click the image that I saved, and it should show up over here. And then I'm gonna highlight the picture and enlarge it to make sure that it fits all the screen right here. Alright, so we're gonna go back to our sprite over here. Now we need to add code to the sprite so that it appears and disappears forever when the green flag is clicked. So here's a hint on how the code should function. We're gonna go to our code block right here. And so here's what you need to make. Once the green flag is clicked, your ghost should hide for 1 second and then show for 1 second, and it needs to do this forever. So we're gonna go to events, click when the green flag is clicked, go to control, grab a forever block, and then grab wait 1 second, 2 of them, and then we're gonna go to looks and grab show and hide. Alright, so you can go ahead and pause this video and try and put these blocks together. And just to remind you, it's once the green flag is clicked, your ghost should hide for 1 second and then show for 1 second, and it needs to do this forever. Alright, so here's what the code should look like. So when the green flag is clicked, and then you insert a forever block right there, it hides for 1 second and then shows for 1 second. So this will keep going forever since it's inside a forever block. Alright, so now we are gonna save our game. We're gonna go to our top left right here and name the game. You can name it whatever you like. And then over here on file, you can click save now. Alright, so now, right now, your ghost is really easy to catch at the moment because it doesn't move. You can add code to your ghost so that instead of staying in the same position, the ghost appears at random positions on a stage. So here's a hint on how you can do that. Each time before your ghost appears, it should go to a random position on a stage. So here's the blocks that you will need for that. Motion, and then go to X and Y, and then go to operators, and then pick random. You're gonna need 2 of them. Alright, now you're gonna need to put these blocks together within this block, so that each time before your ghost appears, it should go to a random position on a stage. Alright, so once you've done that, here's what it should look like. We're going to insert the pick random inside here, and then the other one inside here. So we're going to type in negative 150, 150, and then negative 150, and 150. And then we're going to plug this in inside right here. Alright, so when we test out the code, here's what should happen. So it hides for 1 second, and then it goes to a random place, and then it shows for 1 second. Alright, so now there's an easier way of doing this. So instead of making it this complicated, there's a similar block that does the same function. So you go to motion, and you can use this block right here. Go to random position. Now when you are coding, there are multiple ways of doing similar functions, and this is a good example of one. Alright, so now we need to add code to catch the ghost. Alright, so here's a hint on how you can do that. When this sprite is clicked, the sprite should hide. So what you need is go to events, and you need when this sprite is clicked, and then go to looks, and then hide. So that wasn't so complicated. Alright, now we're gonna make a variable. So on the left side right here, click variable, make a variable, and we're gonna name it score, and for all sprites. Alright, so now that we've added score, we can keep track of the score that the player has earned. Alright, so players should score points when they click on ghosts to catch them. So each time a player clicks on a ghost, their score should increase by however many points that you want them to have. Alright, so here's 2 ways that you can do that. First, we need to go to our backdrop. Click backdrop right here on the bottom right, and then go to events. When this green flag is clicked, go to variables, set my variable to 0, and then we're gonna change this to score. So when you start the game, it starts the score as 0. And then we are gonna go to our sprite, and we're gonna plug this in right over here. Change my score by 1. So when this sprite is clicked, it hides, and then it changes your score by 1. Alright, so next step is we're going to add a timer so that the player only has 10 seconds to catch as many ghosts as possible. Now, of course, you don't have to make it 10 seconds. You can make it as long or as short as you like. So again, we're going to go to our variables, make a variable, and we're going to call this time, which is also for all sprites. Alright, so can you add a timer to your stage to give your player only 10 seconds to catch a ghost? Here's a hint. So when the green flag is clicked, your time variable should be set to 10, and it should change by -1 every second until it reaches 0. So you go to a backdrop, and then here's the code of blocks that you will need. When the green flag is clicked, control, repeat until, wait 1 second, stop all, variable, set time to 0, change time by -1, and the time variable. Alright, so can you put these coded blocks together to do this function? When the green flag is clicked, your time variable should be set to 10, and then it should change by -1 every second until it reaches 0. Alright, so here's what it should look like. So when the green flag is clicked, set time to 10 seconds, repeat until. We also need an operator right over here. Plug time in, put 0, wait 1 second, change time by -1, and then once it reaches 0, it stops everything. Alright, so we are gonna test our game out. When I click it, my score changes by 1. That's good. Alright, and then when it reaches 0, everything is stopped. Alright, so if you feel like the ghost is a little too slow and too easy, you can change right here. Wait 1 second, you can change that to 0.5 seconds. 0.5. Now if you click the green flag, the ghost is a lot faster. Alright, so the next step is we're going to add more sprites to the game. We are going to pick skeleton. Now we're going to add the same exact code that we did to the bat sprite. There we go. Alright, so the same thing, it's going to hide for 1 second, go to a random position, show, and then it keeps doing that forever. And we're also going to add this over here. We're going to go to variables, set time. Oh, nope, not that one. We're going to add when this sprite is clicked. Hide, variables, change score by 1. Alright, so these are the 2 codes that you can add to your sprites. So of course you can add even more. Ghost, need that. That and that, and that, and go to random position, then events, when this price clicked, hide, then change score by 1. Now you can also change the amount of points that the player can get. So I'm gonna make the ghost 10 points, make the skeleton 15 points, make the bat 5 points, and let's test out our game. Alright, there you go, and the game is now complete. Hope you have fun.